This interview is brought to you by APB, Broadcast Asia 2017 and Ideal Systems.
The transition to IP is, I don't honestly think the transition is going to be different, particularly different in Asia Pacific than other regions of the world. With our experience so far in SAM, we've built many small and large systems in IP, very few large systems, but quite a lot more smaller systems. But I think the customer decision-making process is similar worldwide, in that if people are going to build a scale system, a large system, or if they're building a greenfield site, people tend to look at IP, especially in fixed facilities, broadcast infrastructure, studio complexes, play-out facilities. They tend to look at future-proofing themselves. So as a consequence, they will naturally look towards IP. It's more flexible, it's more adaptable for the future. However, at a smaller size and in mobile facilities, either OB vehicles or smaller OB vehicles or flyaway systems, then the economics don't necessarily automatically work for IP. So the future and the driving of a transition towards IP is not an A or B choice for customers, and this is true worldwide. So from our point of view, we see, yes, a transition is definitely happening, no question about that. We have technology that works, no question about that, in IP. We've implemented IP interfaces on a vast range of our products, so we can have pure IP multi-viewers, for instance, of different shapes and sizes. We can have pure IP-based production switches, etc., etc., etc. But at the same time, that's not the right choice for all customers. They may well, or we believe, customers will still carry on buying SDI systems, and more than just for upgrades. We've invested significantly in 12 gig SDI for those customers that want the familiarity of SDI systems, but still want to push the boundaries of production and start making UHD productions with high dynamic range, for instance. So all of these technologies are still viable. So the transition, as it goes forward, we will see, I think, large, significant installations in greenfield sites and significant overhauls in Asia like the rest of the world. And we'll still see a continuous buying of SDI and other, let's say, more regular production systems. Okay, the first thing I'd point to make a successful transition would be to decide where the customer stands in terms of standards. We believe in the standards. We believe in SMPT 2110. We were one of the early members of AIMS, and we put a great deal of effort into making sure we support that standard. So that's the first choice, rather than going down a proprietary route or being single manufacturer. We think that's a dangerous thing to do for any customer anywhere in the world. The second thing would be to choose an external supplier who can help them with the transition. Assuming a customer has a lack of knowledge internally about IP systems, and as an industry we're all learning about these systems, so it's a fair assumption to make for most broadcasters, they need to find a customer or company to work with them who has implemented some big and small systems like SAM, and has implemented interfaces across a very broad range of its products, and can really help them design systems that will work for the customer. So that's the choice of external partner. The third thing they need to do is really take care of the internal learning process. We are an industry in transition. We all have a great deal to learn. There are many perils and pitfalls in building new systems and taking any technology risk. So training is vitally important, and I would point to the IBM's training program as one source of training opportunity for customers. So that's a very important choice to make. Realize that people who have to make real television with these systems do have to understand how it works at the core. And then the last point is they need to choose SAM because we've got the best technology.
This copyrighted video of the broadcast IP Interop Lab may not be reproduced or redistributed in any form without the expressed written consent of EdTech International Private Limited.